Greenwich, looking to swing him away on the leg side. It wasn't really there, but he turned it round. He's looking for two. And, fine throw. Well, Richard Hadley threw it to the bowler's end, and Calacharan was run out. He was expecting the ball to go to the wicket-keeper's end. Richard Hadley saw what was going on, threw it, here it is again, turned it away on the leg side, behind square, took off. Richard Hadley from deep fine leg came in, picked up the ball, fired it in at the bowler's end, and Calacharan, who was struggling, running diagonally across the wicket. Coney taking the ball, and there he was. The bat wasn't down at the time the wickets were broken. There was no doubt about that whatsoever.
The West Indies arrived in New Zealand after a successful tour of Australia. They were hailed as the undisputed world champions. Little did we know what was to follow over the next few weeks.
But when you're on 99, it must be firmly in your mind that you want one more for that magical 100. Full toss, he's pushed it down from mid-on. Cairns a little bit deep, and there it goes, the 100. Gordon Greenwich, 100. 165 for 3. So we have Richard Hadley coming into Clive Lloyd. Oh, he's bowled him round his legs.
Without doubt, it was the most bitter and the most controversial series I've ever played in. It was the sour summer of 1980.
Dragged it back. In fact, it may have just flicked the pad and dragged it back onto leg stump, and Clive Lloyd has bowled Hadley for 14, so that the West Indies now are 165 for 4.
Hadley to Garner, who swings at this one. He's got it high in the air. Coney's coming in underneath it. He should take the catch. Yes, he's taken it. Garner's out.
In chasing 203 to win from 50 overs, we were on the ropes at 78 for 6. Spectators were seen to be leaving the ground. However, Wally Lees with 25, Jeremy Coney with 53 not out, and myself 41, turned the match into our favour.
Hitting it high in the air and down to long on, where Jeremy Coney, there's the ball in the air, he moved in comfortably underneath it and took the catch. Croft. Full, driven. He's beaten the field. Haynes is after it, but not before Coney gets a comfortable 2. So he moves on to 14. And there's the New Zealand 100. 101 for 6.
Lees is taken off. That's a 6. Good bold blow by the New Zealand wicketkeeper. So have another go. That's 6-4. That's a big one. Into the number 4 stand.
Garner. In. Short, a great shot from Hadley. No need to run for that one. Just in front of point. 4 runs. 144.
So it's Colin Croft replacing Michael Holding at the northern end, running away from us, now bowling to Richard Hadley on 11. He swings this one. This will be 4. He picks this up very nicely, swings it over into the mid-wicket boundary for 4 runs. Joel Garner. And this one he swung away over wide, long on. That's 4 more. So 162 now. That total is getting a little more realistic. Joel Garner. This time, and he's driven this one straight. He should get it through. It's 4. Yes, it's 4 runs. Well, Marshall came across, but he couldn't cut it off, and what a good shot that one was.
Holding is coming around the wicket to Hadley. Calacharan misfields. You wouldn't read about it.
The one-day international win at Christchurch set the tour alight. It proved the West Indians could be beaten, and we learnt they couldn't cope with defeat. Their pride had been totally shattered. A chain of events was to follow during the Test series, and this was to alarm the cricketing world.
Good all's come to the party then. Coney is 45, New Zealand 198.
These tactics of holding to try and bowl short so that they can't get bat on it are not working.
3 balls left. One to win. There it is. Jeremy Coney, 53 not out. What an amazing sight.
Here we go with Hadley. Oh, he's gone. He's got under it, and Cairns is running back, and he's caught it. What a sensational opening. The West Indies losing their first wicket with only 3 runs on the board in the 3rd over. Richard Hadley into Lawrence Rowe. It's him on the pad. There's a loud shout, and he's out. He's given out LBW by umpire Fred Goodall. Arm raised high. So Hadley has now got 2 for 2. And it's all attack for New Zealand. A very attacking field as he comes in with the possibility of a hat-trick. Will he pitch the ball up? Will he try and bounce him out? Let's see. He bowls a goodish delivery, just leaving Calichuran. He felt for that one and could well have got the touch.
The West Indians didn't adjust to our playing conditions. They'd done well in Australia on the hard, fast, bouncy pitches. However, the ball tended to keep a lot lower here in New Zealand. They struggled with their technique by playing off the back foot. That caused their downfall, with numerous LBW decisions going in our favour.
Oh, that looks a very good shout. But Fred Goodall has not moved. Hadley can't believe it. Hadley. Got Calichuran feeling again. He just doesn't know where his stumps are at the moment.
Hadley to Calichuran. To happen. The West Indies are 4 for 3.
Partnership now with 66. A good shout for LBW, and he's given him out. Fred Goodall. Finger raised. Clive Lloyd got across too far then. And Richard Hadley taking another wicket. The West Indies now 72 for 4. Hadley to Holden. Oh, it's gone through him. There's an LBW field, and he's out. He's moved after it's hit him, but it looked a good shot from here. Michael Holding, out for 4. West Indies, 136 for 9.
Again, it hits him on the pad, but that's even more optimistic than the last one was.
The West Indians, particularly Colin Bomber Croft, started to question decisions. This type of attitude affected their game and started to anger New Zealand crowds.
Michael Holding. Bowling to Richard Hadley. Oh, he goes for the big shot. It goes over cover, and there's no doubt about that. That's 4. He's holding wide, and he goes for the big shot past point, and that's 4 more.
Hadley again. Just stood there and hit it. That's 4 behind point. Hadley 17. It's 208 for 7.
Done. Short, slashed, over cover. That should be 4. Yes, Colston can't drag that one back. So Hadley on the 25. So Joel Garner resuming the attack to Richard Hadley. Swings Richard Hadley, it's in the air, down to mid-on, and Haynes is straight through Haynes, down to the boundary for 4. So Richard Hadley, again, facing Colin Croft. Full, driven straight back over his head, a good shot, straight through and hard, and that's 4 runs. Again, similar shot, 4 more, great shot. A wee bit of room. Hadley forward, hitting it straight back over Croft's head. Similar shot. Forward. And there it goes. Almost an action replay. Garner, 6'8". Loping in. Short. Cut. Oh, it's beaten the field. There's a lot of fieldsmen out there, but it got through, and there's Hadley's 50. He hit that one through cover. It was short. Didn't come on that quickly. But he got over the top of it and hit it through between Gordon Greenwich and row. Garner dropping it short. Hadley getting hold of it in the air for some way, but plenty of power, and through to the cover boundary for 4. So Hadley on to 51. 2:49. So Richard Hadley is out. The New Zealand innings has ended. Fine innings by Richard Hadley, and what a great contribution he's made in this game with the ball and now with the bat.
Hadley to Greenwich. That looks good. Oh, good blow. Good blow. Greenwich, LBW to Hadley for 3. The West Indies are 4 for 1.
A tremendous blow for New Zealand there, with Greenwich failing in both innings. He's obviously disappointed with himself, but that ball kept very low and he played back. And I couldn't see how it was missing, quite frankly.
Hadley to Rowe. He's out. He's got him. Rowe, LBW to Hadley for 12. The West Indies are 21 for the loss of 2 wickets. For Richard Hadley, his 6th LBW in the match, all from that end. Rowe out for 12, the West Indies 21 for 2.
He gets a little nick. Lees dives away down the leg side and takes a brilliant catch. This one, Lloyd, flick sack down leg side. He got a lot of bat on it. It almost slid off the face of the bat. Lees went a long way across to his right, dived full length and took a brilliant catch.
This was my first test at Cowsbrook, and as the wicket started to tumble, the atmosphere became electric. Everyone at the ground sensed that a major upset was about to happen.
He's given him out, LBW.
Hadley to Parry. Short, it's up in the air. Wait for this. He's got it. Caught mould. There's the test record for Richard Hadley. 117 wickets in test cricket and 5 wickets in this innings. That's 2 5-bags he's got in the match.
That was a special moment for me to have broken Richard Collins's New Zealand test record, and it happened at a very important time for me and, of course, the team.
It wasn't there, and he got the thick outside edge, and it just flew up in the air. An easy catch for Richard Hadley for his record, and what a great performer Richard Hadley is now, and he thoroughly deserves this record.
188 for 7. Hadley to Garner. Bowled him! What an amazing cricketer Richard Hadley is.
The West Indians bowled with plenty of pace, fire and aggression. They were going to make us work hard for those runs. We were now starting to see some of their true ability. However, further incidents flared up again, causing more unrest.
The previous one, but this time, watch the helmet. It went perilously close to the wickets, just bounced away behind them. So if Jeff Houth, if his helmet had landed on the wickets, Houth would have been out off the short run. All played at this one. Loud appeal for the court behind. Well, this is a display of emotion by Michael Holding. Appeal for the court behind. We'll watch this one. There he is playing at it. Didn't look like he got the edge.
Hadley. That could be the first one. It's Kalachurran coming around from deep third man, and they'll just get a couple. Good fielding from little Kalachurran. Garner to Hadley. He's hit it away through the offside field. It's being chased hard around the boundary, but it's 4 runs.
It's up to him. He's hit it straight back over the top. It goes down the ground, but he got too much loft on it. There'll be 2. And that's all they'll get from the shot. It's Michael Holding to continue. It's been some time since he's been hit back over his head. Cairns on strike. Oh, he's gone for a big shot, and this will be 4. He's clipped it.
We lost wickets at regular intervals. Tension mounted for both teams. We found runs hard to come by, and for the West Indies, they started to crumble under the pressure. It was left to our last 2 batsmen, Gary Troop and Stephen Bock, to steer us home.
Who's got to do the job? Short, he's nicked this, he's dropped it, slip. He's dropped by Clive Lloyd at slip. From the northern end to Gary Troop. A slow one, he pushes. That's gone through for buys. There'll be at least one here. Gary Troop will be looking for two, but it's not on. Not going out of his crease. He's gone back in and only just made it back in. They're asking a lack of communication there between the two. New Zealand cannot lose. They can tie or win this game as Garner comes in to Stephen Bock. Last ball of the over. It's up to him. They're looking for a leg by. There's indecision. It's coming to this end, but New Zealand have won.
Bocky's pad should now be gold-plated and mounted above his fireplace. We'd done it. The near impossible. We'd conquered the world's best.
What a tremendous performance. It must be New Zealand's best test victory, having beaten the West Indies, who have come from Australia and cleaned up everybody.
You know,